We began with 8 designers.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Locked in a battle to win a £250,000 apartment.
I can't tell you how much I want this flat.
Eliminated one by one. Now, just 3 remain. Last week ended with series judge and superstar architect Dara Huang dropping a bombshell.
I have another surprise for you. You will all be working on a group challenge. Last time the group worked as a team, I was appalled. If we are going to give away a £250,000 apartment, I need to see a massive improvement as to how they work in a brief and as individuals in a team.
I mean, with so much at stake, no one said it was going to be easy. It's the big interiors battle. Sheffield isn't just close to the Peak District National Park. A third of the city is within its boundary. Who knew? Less than 20 miles from the apartment is Thornbridge Outdoors, a learning centre where children and adults can explore the legendary Peak District.
Yes, I made the corner!
It's an outdoor learning centre for children where we aim to widen their horizons by giving them real outdoor adventures in the beautiful Peak District.
But there is one space which doesn't quite match its stunning surroundings. It's here that Jamie, Tara and John will wage their battle this week.
Now work it.
The lodge is a really important building to us. It's one of our key accommodation blocks, so when the children come, that's their home for their stay. We need the designers' help to turn this room into an inspirational space. So changing it from the sort of functional space that we've got now into one that inspires people, that people want to spend time in.
I'm giving the remaining designers 3 days and £4,000 to transform the entire space. Each designer must prepare a concept, but only one will be selected by the owners to be created. The winning designer will take the lead, and the other 2 will become design assistants.
I 100% think I've got the potential to win this competition.
Of course I want to win it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to win it.
I mean, look, they're all competition, and that's something I'm going to have to work on because I'm going to win.
To win this prize, I want them to prove to me they can not only design their apartments, but also work to a brief. It is a team challenge, but I will be judging them as individuals, what each contributes, and how successfully that is reflected in the final design. I do not want to walk into that space with 3 different concepts. If that happens again, nobody is going to win that home.
It's on. Let the battle commence.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh.
But this is just like a little box.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
It definitely needs a revival.
It does.
The brief for this huge room is a multifunctional, inspirational space which reflects the idyllic surroundings. They have access to trades and must work with the existing flooring and lighting. Jamie has consistently wowed back at the apartment with his chic, textured style. Although this professional designer has been criticised for his rooms being too perfect. So how will his on-point style translate to the peaks?
I really wanted to roll with the whole bringing the outdoors in.
His concept includes tiered wooden seating, a living ceiling, pegboard and dark paint on the walls.
Letting all of that greenery really like shine in front of that black just gives such a beautiful contrast.
Tara, who changed careers to become a designer, is growing in confidence. She has showcased an impressive array of design styles and techniques. But last week, Dara felt her living room was overwhelmed by her oversized media unit.
Because the desk has to be at least 800 wide, that means that the TV unit had to be 800 wide. And there's just no space.
So this week, she's designed another media unit. Her concept is also inspired by the surrounding landscape with a mural which combines leaves and other organic shapes.
I think I've picked really lovely colours. I think it's going to feel really playful and vibrant.
Actor John has a meticulous eye for detail and has created an apartment which steps back in time. But it hasn't always put him in Dara's good books. Not that he minds.
The country house style, my love of it comes for a reason. It's been dragged around every country house in the British Isles. So this kind of thing is definitely something I did as a kid, and it's magical.
And John's taken magical to the extreme, with a wizard-themed room complete with a fake chimney breast, stag's head, and even an owl.
I want to feel like they were in a really cozy, Hogwartian common room where the nature was beginning to come in and take over. And I wanted to have a chimney breast. I mean, is it a John Jack design if it doesn't have a chimney breast, I ask you?
Concepts complete, it's now up to the management to select one, which will also determine who will lead this week's challenge. But who will that be? I've come to see who's got the top spot.
We've been through all the designs. I'm really pleased to say that having looked at all of them and looked at them in lots of detail, we've picked your design for the room in the lodge.
Yes, after much deliberation, the management have chosen Tara's design.
Wow. That's a kick to the ego, isn't it?
They didn't choose my stunning design, which I'm totally fine with.
So how do you feel leading, really?
I'm really pleased that they picked my design, but yeah, just uncomfortable. Because I've spent so much time kind of like working alongside kind of John and Jamie, but they are, you know, the competition, and it just feels really uncomfortable. When there are times where things are going wrong and when you have to be the person to say to someone, as much as you've just spent all that time doing that, like, oh, it's not quite how I wanted it, like, that's really, I find that really, really hard.
But at this stage in the competition, how do you feel like you are gonna be able to stand out and make sure that it's you that gets the dream home and not Jamie and John?
I want to be the best designer. I want every single design to be the best.
But that's what you are doing, though.
Yeah.
So you need to start giving yourself some credit.
Yeah.
Tara's winning design has massive floor-to-ceiling murals, which mix both solid and abstract shapes inspired by nature. Living plants will hang from above, and she is investing a quarter of the £4,000 budget on a huge mirror to reflect the nature outside. Her media unit has a TV on one side and a whiteboard on the other. The existing furniture will be upcycled. Time for the lead designer to brief her assistants.
I'm offended.
I mean, I am also offended, but congratulations.
Yeah, well done. So what is your design?
This is like my overall colour scheme. So this has changed a little bit. I was going to upholster the, what they call the floor cushions. And this is my media unit design. What do you think of it?
The murals are beautiful, but they obviously take a lot of time, don't they?
So they'll take the longest. So we are going to upcycle that table. I'm looking for laser precision, so maybe John. Yeah.
Dara's words were, this has to be, like, cohesive.
Dara will come 100%. Here and eat us alive.
Yeah.
So we need to get it right.
And she'll start with me.
The murals are a huge undertaking. Tara's investing over £500 on paint to create her intricate mix of organic shapes and leaves.
I'm just literally drawing out
Okay.
out. So anything in dark.
Oh, so it's this I'm drawing out?
Yeah.
While John attempts to interpret the main mural design, Jamie is tasked with creating additional murals on the back wall to surround the large mirrors.
So if you just like take that bit to the top, do you know what I mean? So it's sitting around it. So it doesn't have to be like, do you get what I mean or not?
I haven't got a clue what
So
you're talking about.
literally, so like for example, take that leaf and just put that leaf somewhere there.
No, I can do it.
Sure.
It's all right. Yeah, no, just, obviously it's only going to be chalk, so if
Yeah.
there's anything that you don't like, feel free
Yeah.
to kind of change. But I'll give it a go, yeah.
Amazing.
As well as the time-consuming mural, they must also create Tara's impressive living ceiling concept.
I have got fresh ivy.
When you say fresh ivy, do you mean growing, living in soil ivy?
How's it going to
How's that going? Yeah. How are you going to water it? It's a live thing.
I did feel a little bit nervous when, I was first told that the owner had chosen my design. I think it's just first, like, kind of getting comfortable and confident in your own ideas.
I can't envisage it. I haven't got what Tara's got in her head.
Tara is determined to see her mural through, but her vision doesn't match what John has put on the walls.
What are you doing, Tara? I like it, do you?
I love it. I actually do love it. I'm
You
just
love it
trying
so much you rubbed it off.
I'm just trying to make it look
Better. All right.
Love it. Thank you.
I'm not too offended, don't worry. I mean, she did give me a picture and walk away, and then, maybe she should have stayed and overseen it.
It is hard to communicate that to other people when it's in your head.
With everyone facing the lockout, the assistants must decide if it's best to follow the leader's plan, ignore it, or suggest an alternative.
Mirrors. Yes. I am worried that they'll end up looking a bit dance hall-y.
Like a dance studio. I mean, I've worked in many dance studios over the years, and that is exactly what it looks like. It's mirror, mirror, mirror. But like you say, we're not in her head. It's her design. She's the one that's got responsibility for that. There's a lot riding on her shoulders. I'm not even offended that she rubbed my mural off.
I mean,
I'll get
she
over
needed
it.
to.
The designers are nearing the end of the first day of the challenge.
I can see that Tara is the type of designer who kind of works a lot on the spot. She figures it out as she goes. I get that.
But having committed to figuring out Tara's mural, will Jamie's attempt be wiped off too?
I just wanted a bit of feedback because we've started doing the overlay now.
All right. But you're putting the real one on top of that, though?
No, this is the
Oh, right, OK, it's the... Oh, OK. I'm just sorry, I thought it was the... OK, yeah, no, it's lovely, yeah. I thought it was the... I thought you were... No, sorry, I thought you were sketching it out to put another one on top. That's awkward. I thought you'd rub these out. I did.
We're totally winding you
We're winding you up.
No, we absolutely love it. Don't be ridiculous. It looks gorgeous.
No, it looks gorgeous. Well
No,
done.
we're just winding you up. It looks absolutely
It's
gorgeous.
beautiful.
I love it.
Well done.
It's the second day of the Peak District Challenge, where our 3 remaining designers must work as a team before their individual performance is judged. A £250,000 apartment is on the line. Owners of the prize apartment complex, Tim and Adam from Capital and Centric, know exactly how this challenge will test the ability and flexibility of our designers, whether their design is chosen or not.
Can they follow a client brief? Can they work together? It's real-world stuff, this.
I think the real trick is to try and create something where you're getting the best out of the building, but you're also trying to create that ambience and atmosphere.
This prize is life-changing on a scale that I don't think it's possible to put into words.
A prize of this impossible scale requires the ultimate judge.
Dara is the real deal. She's worked all over the world. She'll be able to work out who's going to pioneer and push boundaries for us. And as a result, she'll be able to pick the worthy winner.
We are down to the final 3 here. I purposely gave them something different from what they usually do.
Feels like it's getting really serious now. I'm starting to feel quite nervous for them.
Yeah, it's going to be a real test of their ability to keep calm, to continue to apply the lessons learned, and to pull it off.
After a challenging first day, leader of the trio, Tara, is determined to get her team working as one.
I was thinking last night about just things to do for today, priorities.
First up, she's found pots that can sit on the frame of her living ceiling, allowing it to be watered easily.
So that can be sprayed black.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Next, she tasks John with a meticulous design for the coffee table.
I've upcycled furniture before, yeah. Never with tape. So I'm pleased with it. It's not quite finished, but it'll soon be ready for its first coat of black.
Now under construction, there are concerns that Tara's media unit may not be sturdy enough to house the TV and whiteboard.
I'm thinking also about height of the unit. If they're happy with the safety of it, just whether we can lose maybe 10 centimetres. Being on this show is the first time I've really done detailed joinery design ever. So I am 100% challenging myself.
With the transformation firmly underway, Tara wants to ensure her design meets the needs of the people who use the space, which means a field trip for her assistants. John is meeting a local walking group, while Jamie has got a slightly younger crowd.
What do you guys think that it needs?
What is it that you want to get out of those spaces?
You want somewhere that's comfortable.
It needs a television room where you can sit down and watch TV.
Having lots of information about the area.
OK.
A PlayStation connected to a TV on the wall.
Maps on the wall. Walking magazines, booklets, books.
Excellent.
I've been to Disneyland. I like princesses, really.
Nice. It's loud, isn't it?
That was a really lovely experience.
I just don't like outdoors. There, I said it. I hate outdoors. It's full of bugs.
Go on. No.
Oh, fuck off.
Nope.
Why does everyone think just because you're outdoors it's automatically fun?
All right, Jamie.
Oh, hello. You're all right.
How are you? Growing up, did you ever come to spaces like this?
Yeah. I hated them.
Oh, did you?
I hate being outdoors.
Really?
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. This is my nightmare. School wasn't the place for me. I wasn't academic. I wasn't sporty. I didn't know who I was. I was super sensitive. Never been super outdoorsy. Never playing out in the street with the rest of the guys. I was bullied to hell and back. I think I always knew that I was gay. I bet my mum knew when I was about 10 years old and I asked for a karaoke machine and ABBA Gold as a birthday present. I'm doing it for all the bully chubby kids that don't like to go outside.
Yes. It's in touching distance now. Like, you could win your dream home. How important is this for you?
It just means literally the world. We're looking to adopt really soon, so we want somewhere to be able to, like, for our kids to call home as well.
The designers are now halfway through their challenge. The practicalities of building Tara's ambitious media unit risks impacting its functionality.
How are you going to make it sturdy enough? I didn't really want to make it any smaller.
the other alternative is
Yeah.
that we just have the one shelf.
But Jamie does have some feedback from his focus group.
The feedback was, is this space for a PlayStation?
Yes, because this shelf is either for the projector or PlayStation. I'm just thinking about sockets because apparently the cord for the TV is quite short.
While John has returned from his research trip brimming with ideas.
There's a lot of trails on the Peak District that, you know, have famous landmarks on them. And I was wondering if maybe, have you ever been on the London Tube and you've seen those maps and they've got the pictures of the stops on them? I wondered if we could do something meandering around the walls. The kids would love this as well. This vision wasn't in my head. This is a new thing for me. But really trusting someone who delegates something to you and says, do this, trust me, it'll work. And going and doing it and going, oh, actually, yes, it does work. You know, that's what being a second is.
That is really interesting.
Yeah.
It looks like a soggy bin bag.
That was the look I was going for. It's the soggy bin bag look we thought would look really good in there, actually. No, it's actually, it's going to be black and white monochrome. Maybe, if you would do the first pool.
I would love that. Oh, my gosh, how satisfying is that?
Et voila.
How's it going? How's this week been?
It's about proving that I can be second dog rather than top dog. And actually, I think that's as big a challenge for an alpha personality like me as anything else.
Why do you think that you do have an alpha personality? Where has that come from?
There's a lot of rejection in the industry that I chose to go into. It's the life of an actor. And that builds your character, but it often builds into you as well a lot of insecurity. I work in an industry, I live in an industry, which is great, huge highs and crushing lows. I moved to London in 2006. I found myself a very bougie London agent, and I was here and I'm available, and the city didn't seem to want me. And so what was still there for me was booze. And so I self-medicated. And I was in an incredibly dark place by the end of my drinking. And I decided to take myself off to a meeting. And I'm 14 years sober this year. I think in terms of my insecurities, and there are many, I'm finding it increasingly difficult to not feel like a designer. It's a bit like saying, oh, I don't feel like an actor yet, standing on the stage of the Royal Shakespeare Company. Every time somebody trusts me to do something, people will say things like, oh, John, you're good at that, go and you do that. Tara said that. That's quite something, and actually quite moving, you know?
Is that why winning this dream home could make all the difference?
Somebody said, your designs are good enough, I'm going to give you a £250,000 flat.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big validation.
But while John is pouring his heart and soul into his upcycled table, the rest of the furniture Tara needs to work with is not in a good way.
Oh, shit. Yeah, the sofas look flipping grubby. So they look like they could do with a real good clean.
In order to save the settees, Tara is relying on Jamie's help to revamp them with new fabric.
What do you think?
I mean, I wouldn't be confident enough on the sewing machine to kind of make, I'm more than happy to try, but yeah.
Outside, the joiners are close to finishing Tara's latest media unit, but adjustments have had to be made.
It's massive.
Yeah. So I am a little bit confused. The bottom of TV screen will be at 1, 2, 3 off the floor.
It is big. It's bigger than I had in my mind's eye.
As we know, Dara's critical eye misses nothing, particularly critical furniture dimensions. And the team now only have 24 hours until she arrives. In the Peak District, the designers have just a few hours left until the challenge is over. Dara will then judge how they have each worked as individuals to complete the selected design, and ultimately who remains in the running for a £250,000 apartment. Tara's ingenious use of materials means her living ceiling has cost less than 150 quid.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And Jamie's agreed to follow Tara's plan for reinventing the old settees.
What am I doing?
If we can do some really nice arm covers, that would be incredible. Have you ever done that before?
It was a very, very long time.
Okay.
It's like a Formula One car. You've got to be at one with it before you can...
I feel like you need to put it in gear and go, because we've got like 4 or 5 hours left.
Now that her elaborate wall mural has come together, Tara has taken the time to consider John's map idea. They've come up with a collaborative solution that works his design into her overall scheme by drawing it onto the blinds rather than the walls.
The idea is that we'll take a trail and it will run across all of the blinds and it will take in some of the landmarks of the Peak District. So we'll do a little dot, I'll write a little word, I shall draw a little picture for each landmark. That looks good. I felt very responsible to bring Tara's dream to fruition. I feel personally responsible, actually.
We're a few hours away from tools down. I'm sewing like a madman.
Jamie's figured out how to create arm covers for the settee. So he's having a bash at cushion covers too.
It's gorgeous. This is so good, Jamie, honestly. This is actually ridiculous. Have you got them all cut?
I've got them all cut. They just need hemming and sewing together.
Perfect, yeah. We've still got the media unit. They're going to pin it to the wall. Safety first. Hold on. Oh, this is really heavy. My God.
It's really heavy.
No, it is. Are you actually lifting?
I am.
The media unit
Oh, my God.
has taken a lot of time and thought and rejigging to get right.
Oh, my gosh. Does someone who's... Oh, Darren, I'm just pretending. Do you know, it looks so much better than I anticipated, like in my head. I feel like, oh, it's going to be really simple and easy to build, and then it never is.
So, are you storing the media unit against the wall?
Yeah, so we're going to pin it out of the room because they don't want the TV to basically dictate the room.
Cool. If it ain't perfect, Dara's gonna kill us.
With time running out fast, Tara's media unit is painted and fitted out.
That looks absolutely amazing.
But her mirrors still look like something out of fame. Jamie was critical, but now has a creative solution.
To say that's the mirror,
Yeah.
we put a border of MDF all the way around
right.
and then cut a really organic shape around just to kind of take off those square edges.
Oh, I get you. Have you got any spare MDF that we can have?
Jamie's organic frame will tie in with Tara's naturalistic murals.
It could do with coming down a little bit. Let's just see. I think we'll need a few pieces. It'll be like a jigsaw.
In the final moments, the upcycled and reused items take their places.
The Sofa Express is arriving.
Oh my God, that's so heavy.
And Jamie's even adding in some beanbags to make a reading nook for those kids who hate the great outdoors.
I'm genuinely worried for time.
Stop bloody chatting and get to work.
It looks pointy, do you know what I mean? Will that make it better or not?
Look at your mirrors.
Oh, wow.
The challenge is complete.
Oh, I'm so tired. This has been a long one. But I feel good. It looks amazing in there.
The room, I think, has turned out beautifully. And most importantly, Tara's really happy.
I will be absolutely devastated if, you know, someone else is locked out this week because I feel like they have implemented my design. So, yeah, that's going to be really hard.
Dara has arrived in the Peak District to judge how each designer has performed. And we are giving this area of outstanding natural beauty a run for its money.
All right, gonna help you up this ginormous rock.
Thank you.
But I'm so glad we're here. Look how pretty it is.
It is gorgeous. But
All
I should
right.
have brought me walking shoes.
So this week, it was all about teamwork. Like, how can they work together?
They were really pulling together as a team.
Really?
And I've got to commend Tara for that. Her designs were chosen by the client. And I must say, Dara, she really did step into the wall with open arms.
Amazing. You know, I can always walk straight in and tell if there was chemistry, if they worked well, or if people were doing their own thing. So I cannot wait to see this space. Shall we go take a look? Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Wow. I cannot tell who did what. This is one design. Finally. God, I am so happy that they finally came together, dropped their egos, and worked as one, because it literally looks like this was done by one cohesive group.
Exactly.
Thank God.
Tara's design executed by both Jamie and John. But it was Jamie that did all of these more intricate details.
Having solid leaves and having them laid out abstractly.
Yeah.
I quite like it. It's really beautiful.
Tara certainly took charge. There were points where Tara said, listen, we're going to have to redo that mural.
No way!
Crack the whip to get it exactly how she wanted it.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
I
She
love that.
has been a great leader.
This is wonderful. You've got the mirror reflecting the windows.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful.
Can you believe they were in this empty room and they've totally just made life appear? Yeah. Literally, life is like hanging from all ends.
Dara is clearly impressed by Tara's vision and the execution by her two assistants. But what does she think of Jamie's input to the design? Welcome to this beautiful reading nook, which was
So
created
cute.
by Jamie.
I love this. I find beanbags so comfy, so playful. They are just perfect for this space. Aren't they comfy?
They're actually so comfortable. And do you know what? One thing that you've always said about Jamie is that sometimes his designs are stunning, but they don't feel very personal.
Yeah.
This, I can tell you, is true to him.
Did a great job here.
It's really, really beautiful. And I've got my eye on that coffee table.
You can totally tell that John made this because it is impeccably done. You can see how the black paint wraps around the corners, how the edge is perfectly painted. And I think what's really clever about this design is that it was inspired by the rug, but they've angled the rug, they've re-put the print on the table, and they've literally gave it a twist.
John's precision has paid off. But can Tara's multifunctional media unit pass Dara's inspection?
You know what? Tara struggled getting the joinery right in her spaces before, but she's absolutely nailed it with this. It's the right proportion, the right size, the right thickness. It's multifunctional. She even put the right technical capabilities, such as a grommet hole. She's got her plugs here. And I love that I just peeked around the corner and there is a wipe-off board on the other side. So you could spin this around and hold a meeting. How cool is this piece.
It is amazing.
Having the television at a good eye height so you can see it from far back. It finally works because with all her other pieces, it was a great idea, didn't work. So she really nailed it with this.
I've got another surprise for you.
No way.
And it is right behind you.
What?
Yeah, with love from John. Come on.
What are you talking about?
You grab that blind, I'll grab this one.
Okay.
Throw it down, pull it down.
Okay. Wow.
So?
That's so cool. I love that. He has absolutely nailed it on the head. To be minimal and simplistic, John is actually a lot more talented than I gave him credit for, because I was thinking he was this one-trick pony.
He's not acting as a designer, he's finally becoming one.
You know what? It just makes me really sad because I actually have to pick someone to go and I just don't know how I'm gonna do it.
While Dara deliberates, I'm going to reveal the transformation to the managers.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
That is
brilliant.
That is fantastic.
I love
Brilliant.
all that. That is, the kids are going to absolutely love that.
This is a live, I think they call it a live ceiling on the plan, but that's great,
That
isn't it?
is absolutely
That's what we use as a
brilliant.
space. That won't they is
look
great.
at that.
They managed to make it. They managed to make it work.
And the
Brilliant.
colours are just spot on.
Can you believe that these are your sofas that were originally here?
So much more engaging in here as well. It feels like the kids have got more to look at.
It's really nice.
What do you think of all these paintings on the walls?
Really pretty.
One more person. Do you want to go in? Leave it down. In just 3 days, the designers have executed Tara's vision for this outdoor centre just 20 miles from Sheffield.
This challenge was a test to see if the final 3 could successfully work together, and they've done it. But this competition is about finding the ultimate designer, and Adam and Tim asked me to judge this because I know how to separate the best from the best. But for once, I'm really struggling. So guys, the competition's getting so tight. What do you think?
I'm blown away by it. I thought it was quite a challenging space because it was so bland and lifeless before.
Yeah.
And it shows that they are becoming complete designers, as in they can work to a brief. They were given a brief here, and all 3 of them are really kind of changing and maturing.
Growth.
I think they've nailed it, you know, and what a lovely place and space for the community of Sheffield to be able to enjoy as well. That's a really nice thing that they've been able to create here.
Only one person is going to win that apartment in your building.
You've got a tough job now to try and work out who goes. I mean, because it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Back at the apartment complex, all the designers can do is await their fate.
What do you think Dara's going to say?
As long as you're pleased and the client is pleased, then we've met the brief.
So I think it is going to be really tough this week.
I honestly, I don't think that any of us deserve to go home.
Welcome back. I am delighted to say that the owners, the children, absolutely love that space. But as you know, this is a competition and it is judged by Dara. So, over to you.
You guys, I don't know what to say. Fantastic job. I can't believe you actually listened to me. Now that's what it means to look at a space, create a vision and unity, and you guys did just that. It was very hard to tell who did what because it was one cohesive design, and you actually worked as a team. This is exactly what I wanted to see from you guys. And more than that, I could see a lot of personal growth in you guys as well.
I'm really worried for whoever it's going to be, so whatever the outcome is, it's not going to be good.
Tara, I know you were the lead designer, and you've done an amazing job. Last week, I was saying to put your foot down, build your confidence on site, and to do what you want to do.
Yeah, it was so uncomfortable at first, just because I've got so much respect for both of them as designers.
Part of design is management and being responsible for the entire process. And I feel like you did that really well.
I don't know how Dara's mind works. You know, we get feedback. She's not got an easy job.
John, I also saw huge growth in you too, which I'm really surprised about. You're not a one-trick pony, that you actually do minimalism well, you do abstract well, you do contemporary well. What you did with the map on the curtains, I felt like was real talent. I'm very impressed. John took his ego and went whoop.
John, his aesthetic is like beautiful. His eye for detail is just from a different planet. We've got some really good designers in here, but I think he's one to look out for.
Jamie, I could tell that you did the cushions and the armrests. And it's because throughout the competition, your placement of styling is always really impeccable. So I could really see that you're just taking the skills that you have and you're repurposing them towards Tara's vision. Guys, well done, all of you.
Thank you.
Now comes the hard bit. I am gutted to have to say this. Do you have your keys? Off you go, and good luck.
I am trying my absolute hardest to get to that finish line and get those green lights. I've got nothing else to give now. I am at capacity.
Oh, this gets harder every week. Okay.
I just couldn't send anybody home. They broke me. I'm rarely blown away, but just seeing how each of them performs to create Tara's concept, it just wouldn't have been right. But trust me, this will not happen again, so they better enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh my God, I've literally been crying for no reason. Amazing, oh my God, they are so
Guys, You have all made it.
Oh, my word. Come here.
Well done.
Thank you, darling.
You've all made it through. And it's because Dara literally could not pick any fault big enough to send one of you home. It was as simple as that.
I couldn't have asked for more supportive, like more teamwork. Like, they've both been amazing, so I would have been absolutely devastated if either of them had gone home this week.
Yeah. Did anyone think that they were going home?
Oh, I think I'm going home every week.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. I thought I was going.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Next time.
This is an opportunity to do something different.
The battleground returns to the apartments.
Fuck off. I mean, I'm about to have a nervous breakdown.
All three go all out.
That looks absolutely dope.
But Rich will get all red.